So I'm live on the tinterwebs, on the internet. Yeah, so you probably know if you subscribe to my channel, I've not did a live stream for probably a week or so, and I've not did many videos over the last few days either. And before anyone says, no, I'm not giving up on cryptocurrency. That seems to come up all the time. Whenever I don't post for like 1 day or 2 days, someone leaves a comment saying, you know, either, wow, you know, I'm surprised you're still doing videos about cryptocurrency, or the other way, oh, you must be giving up on it now. No, neither of those situations apply. Yeah, I've been quite busy over the last week or so, and I've, you know, like just about everyone in any country right now where it's cold, I am carrying a cold and a flu. So I've been feeling kind of crappy over the last week or two as well. Hi, Jared. Hey, Joseph. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've not been doing many videos over the last week or so. I've been feeling kind of crappy, and it's kind of worse for me not to, you know, ask for pity of that, but because I've got asthma, whenever I get the cold or the flu, it really does, you know, tear me down. One day I was basically in bed all day because I really had no energy to do anything. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, slightly. The other reason is that I've been doing a lot of work. I've really skived off work for like 6 or 7 months. So I've been doing some writing gigs, and I've been trying to update my blog more, which is very time consuming. Hey Aaron, good to see you. Bought a lot of BCH at $95. What's it sitting at now? I've actually not checked the price of BCH in a while. I assume you mean ABC, not SV. God knows what's happening with Bitcoin Cash right now. I was following it a lot during that fork, and you know, I've not been following it recently. Having a cold is a good excuse to stuff yourself. Well, I've still been training. I've still been going to the gym like 6 days a week. I've been you know, even with the cold, I've been going down to the gym and still training, which is probably why it's lasted so long. I really should have just stayed in bed for a few days, but you know, I've always thought because I work from home, I need to get out of the house, and going to the gym is a good way to do that. It's kind of more sociable as well. As far as crypto though, I've still been reading crypto news every day. I keep emailing like, this is what I normally do, right? This is what I normally do. I read about crypto every day. I just kind of, I'm not talking about for hours, but I check the news every day, and I've got alerts and things like that. Whenever I find anything interesting, I email myself it, and then I'll read it, and then I'll include it in a live stream, or I'll do a dedicated video about it. And I have got a backlog of like 12 or 13 different cryptocurrency stories. The problem with a lot of those stories is that the time that I actually get, you know, the time I actually go to those stories and have time to do a video about it, they're not as relevant anymore. This is the problem with not doing videos every day. Hey Nolas, good to see you, mate. Hey Jared, come to South Africa. We are immune to the cold, 38 degrees. Yeah, I'm okay. I've just got the cold. It's nothing too major. I'm not, you know, struggling too much. MNX was down to 0.57. I don't care about that coin anymore. My investment, I assume, is worthless. Hey, Red for Danger. There was a couple. I mean, this is the thing. I've only got time to do like maybe 30 minutes of a live stream here. I'm going out for dinner tonight, so I need to get showered and get ready and go. The dinner's like at 7:30 in the UK, which is like 4 hours, but we're going to my friend's company, and we're going to play cards beforehand and all that. Have you checked Mobile Go? No, I've not heard of that. Yeah, so I'm going out soon, so I need to get showered and get ready for that. And then after the dinner, me and my friends are going to another friend's 40th party, so busy night. Should be fun though. Did you guys see the thing about Coinbase the other day? That was one thing. I've not really learned about it yet. Coinbase Earn. Have you guys seen that? I saw on Twitter. I've not really looked at it too much yet. Coinbase Earn allows you to earn cryptocurrencies while learning about them in a simple, engaging way. It's like this thing where you earn ZRX coins if you follow their guide thing. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this, but I guess what they're trying to do is bring people into crypto that aren't there just now. Yeah, if you go to the Coinbase blog, it's one of the latest ones. And it's like if you go through and learn about cryptocurrency, they will give you coins. Coinbase Earn today is invite only with a single asset. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where I stand on Coinbase issuing a coin in general. I'm not a Coinbase fanboy. I do have a Coinbase account, but I would say that a lot of the things they've done over the last 6 months have been good for the industry, as far as not charging for listings, being transparent about what they're looking for coins to be listed, accepting more coins and all that. I like the direction that they're going. And maybe this is a good thing, what they're trying. You can see here it says learn simple, what does that say? Simple and engaging cryptocurrency. I'm reading this backwards in the camera. Education. Do you know how hard it is to read text backwards? I don't think we're the target audience. I think this is maybe to attract people not involved in cryptocurrency right now, I think. Blog.coinbase.com, you'll see it. But there's lots of other things that I've emailed myself about to talk about. Lots of articles about Ripple possibly going up. What are your thoughts on Ripple at the moment? I've kind of got... I'm not a Ripple hater, but as a YouTuber, I receive a lot of Ripple spam. I receive a lot of idiotic Ripple comments. Comments like, oh, Ripple's the best, Ripple's the best. And sometimes I will try and humour the people who leave comments like that and say, can you explain why? And they'll say, yes, it's the best. And you're like, well, what? You're just spamming me then. Do you know what I mean? So I always get a bad impression when people start spamming a lot of, of a coin without even explaining why they like it. And I think Ripple does have a lot of people like that who are invested in the project. It's one of those things, I think at the start a lot of people criticise Ripple, but I think in the background Ripple are doing a lot of things right. As far as I know, I don't know a huge amount about it, but whenever I do see any kind of news story about Ripple, it seems to be where they're making partnerships with like banking firms in Japan and all these kind of things. So maybe you don't like the way that the coins were distributed, but I think if you look at what they're doing business-wise, yeah, it seems pretty good. It does seem pretty good. So, sorry, I need to put my finger up here to get the comments. Galaxy Ripple. Hey, Kevin. Hey, DIY in the ghetto. Good to see you again. See what all the fuss was about? Yeah. Not much fuss, just me sitting here chatting. Do you still have your Ether One node? No, I don't. This is another video that I've been meaning to do. I don't have any money in Ether One node, and the other money that I had in a shared node was for Vertical Coin, and that project has completely collapsed. So, I mean, my coins are practically worthless now. So that's money I lost on that as well. With Ether One node, I didn't lose money, but when I started Ether One node, I was getting, like say 22 coins per day, and every week I was getting less, 20 coins, 18 coins, and the last time I checked the coin, I was getting like 4 coins per day, and at that point when I actually worked out the maths because of the price of the coin, it wasn't even paying for the cost of hosting the node, so it was kind of pointless hosting it. Plus the price of the coin had went down a little bit, so I sold it. Yeah, I sold it at the time. It was nothing against the project, just, whenever I checked it, the price wasn't really moving and I hadn't really seen many updates. It's kind of hard to follow a lot of projects, I find, as well. This is how I think more projects need to have an active blog where they update, what's happening. Because I don't have the time to go into every single Discord of every coin. They really should have a blog, and then people can set up like RSS updates and things like that and see what's happening. But a lot of projects aren't, in fact I would say most projects aren't doing that. They're not updating the people that are investing in their coin. I think that is actually a big problem in cryptocurrency in general. They're, that does sway my opinion on a project. If they've got a blog and they're updating it a lot and they're being transparent about what's happening, they're keeping people updated. But the vast majority of projects don't have that, unfortunately. There does seem to be a bit of cult of Ripple. Yeah. And again, that's perhaps why I've got a little bit of a negative opinion about it in some way. I do think they're making good partnerships, Ripple, if you look at the news, but the people that have the coin, they spam my videos and they're like, Ripple is the best, and like none of the comments are actually, I've got anything to do with anything. There's just spamming it, and that always gives me a bad impression of a coin. But maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it shouldn't. I just started what miners I have left this morning. What are you down to, DIY? What have you got left? I think we talked about this last time. You had... Did you not have lots of CPU ones, didn't you? You had CPU ones going. I like how Zell do the Medium articles and live streams. Yeah, like, as far as that, I mean, obviously I help out with the SafeCoin blog, and I've actually got a few articles I need to publish for that as well. I've not had the time, I'm way behind schedule. Zellcash and Zencash, there's a lot of projects to do update their blog, and I think that's good. I think that's a positive thing for the project. Yeah, Ripple, yeah, a lot of the people were posting spam. I don't know why they do it. The other thing, again, this is another story that I've emailed myself. Did you see all the rumours and all the kind of news about the Facebook and WhatsApp cryptocurrency? Talking about how Facebook, well, obviously Facebook and WhatsApp, Instagram, it's all Facebook, but they're talking about launching their own cryptocurrency. I saw some news, I'll try and Google it just now, see if I can get it. But there's a lot of news about a lot of big companies in 2019 are going to launch their own cryptocurrency. And I think, yeah, you have to remember that a lot of these companies, these billion-dollar companies, they are in a position strategically, and, you know, they've got the marketing and they've got everything in place to really dominate the market and get a coin in the top 10 almost instantly. Almost, or like, I would say instantly, in fact. Let's see what could come up here. I did email myself this, but I don't want to get my emails, it'll be easier to it. Facebook is developing a cryptocurrency for WhatsApp transfers. See, that's a really cool idea. Can you imagine the ability to send some money to your friend via WhatsApp or something like that? That's amazing. I'm sure you guys probably saw that listed somewhere. Apparently, Facebook want to make a stable coin. Yeah, that seems to be like, this isn't a website I would recommend anyone reading. It says the social media giant is developing a way to use cryptocurrency to transfer money on WhatsApp Messenger in India. But it's not using Bitcoin. Instead, Facebook plans to use a stable coin, a digital currency pegged to the US dollar. Facebook's hiring over former PayPal president sparked rumours. It's kind of weird though. It's... oh, sorry, I'm hanging with the comments here. Cambridge Analytica coin. Yeah, for those who don't understand that comment, Facebook get caught selling a lot of data and allowing people to use the data. DIY and Miguel's got a bunch of CPU miners, 15 of them left on TurtleCoin, 2 of the L3 plus miners on Litecoin, 2 GPU miners, and all with 1060 Monero and Litecoin. Yeah, it's not a great time to be a miner, is it? Few and far between. I actually turned on the GPU in my main PC last week for like an hour. I was curious. I did an update of Awesome Miner, and then I just let it run. And interestingly, all the pools and everything had been updated, and all it still worked. I thought I'd have to update all that, but all the information was still there. It surprised me a little bit because every few months pools sometimes change parameters and things like that. Zuckercoin. 10% or more, could this be down to miners shutting down? Yeah, the funny thing about Facebook and Instagram, I don't like Facebook. I tried to close my account like 5-6 years ago. I hated it and I still don't like it. But the problem that I had, and the problem that I still do have, is that Facebook have got this archaic system about the way that they manage pages. So I've got pages associated with websites that I own, and those pages have got, a couple of 10,000, like 10,000, 20,000 followers. If I close my Facebook account, I have to close down those pages as well, which is bizarre because I should be able to manage a business page without having a personal account. They don't allow you to do it. I created a fake account to do it, and then they said, what are you doing? You're not allowed to do this. I don't know if they've corrected that now, but I'm bored of Facebook. Now, I've seen a lot of people kind of coming around this way as well. A lot of people are really starting to hate Facebook because they've been caught selling data and all that again. But the interesting thing is that a lot of people who are very vocal about hating Facebook and closing their accounts still have an Instagram account, and they still post every day on Instagram, and it's the same company. And I'm the same, you know, they took over WhatsApp, which wasn't a decision that a lot of people wanted, but WhatsApp is, you know, it's the next evolution of text messaging, and it's the de facto standard way of messaging anyone now. So as far as them introducing a cryptocurrency for WhatsApp, I think from their point of view, that would be a fantastic way forward. I mean, this is a company that really does have to stay at the forefront. If they are slow at reacting to the market, they are going to fall behind very quickly. And that's why they went and they spent billions on buying Instagram. It's why they've bought a lot of other startups, most of which probably amount to nothing. But I think it's a smart decision. If Amazon really want to get involved in crypto, they'll do something similar and start accepting it as well, or launch their own one. There I went again looking at Awesome Miner. Yeah, I mean, I've got the $200 version. I bought it last year. We were in a bull run. But the free version is amazing as well. I highly recommend it. And the guy, Patrick, I think it is, he updates it all the time. It's got great support. Hive OS is another good alternative. I think Awesome Miner's get more features and is more feature rich. But if you want something for the cloud, Hive OS is probably better. It's one of the things that I'm just really proud that I never signed up to Slybook. Yeah, I did at the time. It was good for me at one point because I was traveling a lot, and it was an easy way to update people, you know, where I was. When I first went traveling, I actually just had my own blog and my own kind of gallery website that friends used to look at. The funny thing is now, the only way I really use Facebook now is the login. Like, there's a lot of websites and apps where it says sign up, enter email, enter password, or it says log in as Facebook, and I will just click log in as Facebook, which is probably wrong, very lazy on my part, and very stupid on my part, because it doesn't just give them my email and let me log in. It also gives them God knows what data and information it gives them about me. But I'm not actually on Facebook. I went on to Facebook today. The reason being, I did a little circuits class. We got lots of photos afterwards, and the guy who runs it, Rab, he posted the photos on Facebook. So, you know, I was sending the photo to someone else. So I had to log onto Facebook, get the photos, download them. And that's really the only reason I got to Facebook now. I use it to either log on to another application, or I use it to steal photos that someone's uploaded of me, and that's it. But I hate it. I really do hate it. I've always liked Twitter, but I'm actually getting to the point where I don't like that either. And I was chatting with Nollis the other day as well, just talking about YouTube comments. See, the whole YouTube comment thing is kind of it's weird. It's weird from this side as a YouTuber, because comments, when people post, you know, when positive people come onto your videos and leave comments and all that, or even just people, not even just everyone high-fiving you. Hey Hugh, good to see you. Amazon released their own coin. I think they will. I don't know what you guys think about comments on YouTube, right? I would say from my end, when you get people, even if they disagree with you, as long as they're, you know, criticism's constructive and they're nice and they're not an asshole, comments can be the most rewarding thing of doing YouTube. You're not making money, you know, you're connecting with other people with similar interests. And that's been one of the best things of my cryptocurrency channel. But you've got all the spammers, you've got all the trolls, you've got all the other ones. And unfortunately, a lot of the time as well with YouTube, I mean, I don't know how the larger YouTube channels handle this, because trolls and assholes and all that, they shout louder than the nice people, and they can really sway the direction of the discussion and really ruin it. And you know, it's one of those things as well where I noticed this a month or so ago as well, where I had a couple of comments from a guy where he would just post something completely fake and say, well, you did this. I was like, no, I didn't. Go back and look at the video. I never said that. I never did that. And it's one of those things you're like, why am I even giving this guy attention? Why am I wasting my time on this? But you know that if you don't reply, people might think that what he said is true. So you're in this kind of weird position. It's unfortunate that at least 50% of YouTube comments are cancerous. I'm not too bad on my videos. Some videos are quite good. I think I'm quite lucky as well that the majority of my comments are from nice people who, you know, are trying to learn about cryptocurrency or just, you know, interested in cryptocurrency. But if I got to the point, you know, say you've got 100,000 subscribers and you were getting nothing but spam and abuse and racist remarks constantly, though it gets to the point you either have to just leave them to it and let them do it, and then it becomes hard to even respond to good comments because it gets lost in the sea of craziness, or you could disable comments, which hurts your rankings, hurts your views and all that as well. YouTube comments are a daily reminder of how many spammers and utter bellends are out there. It's one of those things though, because as I said, it's also the most rewarding thing for me about YouTube as well, on my other YouTube channel as well. You know, when you connect with people, even when you're wrong, or they point out something that you're wrong, or they've got a different opinion, you connect with a lot of really nice people and you have good interactions, and that's what you want. And I know that it's not always going to be good, but some people it's just, it's just bedlam. It's, you know what I'm talking about, it's YouTube. I've actually found myself, and I don't know why I've been doing this, but when I'm looking at YouTube videos and I see people being like that, I'm like defending the person who uploaded the video. I'm like, why, you know, the guy did a good job, or the guy, you know. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Hugh. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, mate, but honestly, I'm fine. Thanks, mate. I've actually not been posting much content recently. Hi, William. For me, seeing someone like you on the other side of the globe is amazing. You're honest and your videos are always helpful. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks, William. I do appreciate the kind words. No, as I said, this is the thing. I really do enjoy YouTube. I think live streams are always going to be the most enjoyable thing for me. Yeah, live streams are always the most enjoyable aspect of it. Doesn't fit every type of video, but live streams are always fun. I'll try and do more live streams. I'm doing a very lazy live stream right now because I'm short on time and I didn't have time to set up the computer and all that. Hey, I saw you selling your GPUs. Haha. Might be time to start mining again. I don't think I would change my situation. I don't think selling was a mistake. I think the only mistake I made with regards to selling my graphics cards was I sold them too late. I should have sold them a couple of months before that. I think anyone in the UK would agree with that. I kind of knew this would happen though, that if I started saying about selling my GPUs back at like April or May. I kind of breached the subject and talked about maybe selling in the future or maybe scaling up and all that kind of thing. And then, you know, I got, going back to what I was saying about YouTube comments, Knowledge will vouch for this. Anyone who subscribes to my channel will vouch for this, but I got a lot of abuse for saying, even suggesting the fact that, you know, you should sell your GPUs. I think I breached the subject in May or June, and then I, you know, talked about it more, and then I started selling them September or so. Even if we enter a mega bull run and Bitcoin goes up to £20,000 or $20,000, I don't think I would mine again here other than the GPU and my PC. I've got two GPUs. I've got two 1080 Ti's left, but I'm going to sell one. If I, you know, if we got another bull run, no, I could mine again, but it would probably be more from a kind of hobby point of view for my YouTube channel for learning things. But I think the electricity, excuse me, the electricity costs in the UK are way too high for any kind of long-term commitment to this. What are you paying for electricity, Max? Keon, for 51 pence a day, start mining. I think the term giving up is a little bit of a strange comment though. Giving up as if, oh, you know, I wasn't good enough to hang in there. You know, I think on paper you could say that all our, you know, everyone here who bought a lot of, you know, spent a lot of money on mining equipment, on paper you would say that that was a mistake, but I learned a lot about cryptocurrency, and I think what I've learned this year is going to help me make money in 2019, 2020. I think all the mistakes, all the money that I've lost through shit coins and all this, I think it's going to serve me well. Max paying about 10 cents. You're probably paying about half what people in the UK are paying. Yeah, you're probably not profitable at 0.1 either. Yeah, I mean, I think in Western Europe in general, electricity has always been quite high. From a hobby standpoint, though, I think you can't really care about electricity costs. What do you mean from a hobby standpoint, Max? Like, what would you say is a hobby? What would you think about, like, what would you say is a hobby? 1 GPU? Is that a hobby? 2 GPUs? I had 30 GPUs. And my electricity bill, like one of my electricity bills in August was over £1,000. Like at the time it was like $1,400. That was covering like 2 months or so, 2-3 months. Mom Mike saying electricity costs coming down. A single rig maybe up to 6 GPUs, or 2 rigs, so 12 GPUs. Nah, for me, I think 4 or 5 GPUs. I think 4 or 5 GPUs is still enough to be quite significant from electricity costs. I do see the argument that if you've only got a few GPUs and you don't want to mess about with exchanges and you like to mine new coins or mine your, support your favorite coin, I think if you've got a couple of GPUs, that's fine. And the electricity costs, they probably cover. They won't cover all. Right now you'll still be running at a loss, but maybe you could say, well, I want to support the project and I want to fine. But I think anything over a couple of GPUs, you have to look at it like a business. And even for the coins and projects that you support, I don't think that keeping on your graphics cards and running at a loss makes any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't think anyone should run at a loss, really. But up to 1 rig, I'd say, is a hobby. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to say it, Mama. Up to like 4 or 5, 6 GPUs. Even at 6 GPUs, though, you could, have quite a, I'm not going to say a high electricity bill, but depending on what cards you've got as well, because 6 1080 Ti's, that would actually, I mean, what's that going to be? You're going to be, even if you run them optimized at 150 watts, you're still going to have about 1,000 watts burning. So you probably still be £100 or so. If you've got 6 1080 Ti's, you're probably going to be £100 or so every month in electricity. So I don't know. Maybe when you actually think about the figures of the electricity cost, if you've got 6 1080 Ti's or 6 2080 Ti's, it's actually quite a lot of money you're spending every month. And there is a good argument that you should just deposit that money. Make a deposit via Revolut or Coinbase and just buy Bitcoin or buy the coin that you want. But I think the real money is mining in exactly these times. What are you mining, Max? I'd like to know what you're mining. Can you mine with a Raspberry Pi? You can, but considering what you'd actually get for it, I don't think it's worth your while. Keon runs his 2 GPUs to keep his loft warm. Cheaper than running a 2 kilowatt heater. That makes sense, Keon. That makes sense. I can assure you with 30 GPUs, you're not worrying about heating the loft. You're worried about getting it all out. I didn't have my heating on for months last year because the house was so warm. Same as trading, you do it when everything is bleeding. I'd like to know what you're mining, Max. If it's cheaper to buy the coins, then buy them. Agreed. By mining at a loss, you're just overpaying for the coins. Agreed, 100%. Talking about hobby mining, what coins are you talking about? What coins are you talking about in particular? Are you always mining new coins? You always talk about new coins. I would actually say now that there aren't that many new coins that aren't on exchanges. If you look at all the listings on Bitcoin Talk over the last few months, nearly all of these coins are launching day one, block one, and they're launching on CryptoBridge or another exchange. And I kind of touched upon this, and I did a video talking about Rito Coin. Now, this kind of touches upon this subject as well. Now, when I looked at that Retail Coin project, one of my criticisms of it was that why the hell was this coin, this brand new coin, on 3 exchanges, right? But when I talked to Jeff about it, he said no, they were really adamant and they really didn't want to be on any exchange. But Jeff has said, Jeff, the founder of SafeCoin, he was saying that, quite recently, over the last few months, what a lot of these exchanges are doing is, because they want to get the volume of new coins and they know that people want to mine those new coins, he says that exchanges are going out and just listing brand new coins, all these coins that are like arriving on pools, they arrive on a pool, oh, what's this coin? I'll check out, I'll mine it. These exchanges are adding them whether they like it or not. So there's actually not that many coins out there, new coins, hobby coins, that aren't on exchanges. Not like a year ago where, new coins were like, how will I get listed on an exchange? There's quite a few exchanges now that are actually fighting to get the new coins on because they want to get that trading volume. And you can see it from the exchange's point of view as well. New launches, stuff like that. The thing is, for the vast majority of these new coins, you can just buy the HashPower as well, or dead coins that might pump again. Cole said there was a story of someone that turned off the rigs back in the day because we're only making 0.5 Bitcoin per day with the GPUs and barely breaking even. That's why I'm still cranking on the hashes. But Cole, you can buy the coins. You can actually buy the coins at a cheaper price than you can mine it. So why not buy? You'll have more coins. I mean, I've talked about that subject to death, but hey, Alexander. The problem with a lot of these new coins, and I kind of fell into this trap earlier in 2018 as well, is that they're doing nothing to justify everyone going over and mining them. They're doing nothing to justify it. They're launching without a white paper. They're launching without any kind of clear vision or roadmap as to what they're going to do. And everyone, because they want to be in there at the start of a project, they're all jumping over. If they were mining 0.5 Bitcoin a day at a loss, they could have probably bought 0.7 Bitcoin per day with the electric bill. Yeah, I agree, Joseph. The only way that argument actually stands up, that you could have kept mining, was if there wasn't anywhere to actually buy Bitcoin. That's where that makes sense. That's where that argument stands up. If there was nowhere to actually buy Bitcoin and you could only mine it, then you'd be better just buying the coin. Oh, sorry, you'd be better mining it. Getting back to the front. But I mean, I don't know why, because I tried mining in 2012, I think it was. I was mining Bitcoin. I downloaded the blockchain and all that. The problem was I was in, I think, Bolivia and maybe Peru at the time, and I was trying to mine Bitcoin in South America. The internet connections were terrible. It took me like 3 or 4 days to download the blockchain, and I thought, right, I'll just buy Bitcoin. And at that point, I could buy Bitcoin at there. There was websites like MT Gox around at that time, and you could buy Bitcoin at that point. So even back several years ago, you could buy it. I usually eat like $1 lunch loss per month. Yeah, $1 loss per month is nothing. At that point, I would say you're breaking even. I'm talking about people, if I had to continue mining with my 30 GPUs, I would be losing several hundred, like $1,000 a month. That you can't justify that. Well, that's the point of being a hobby, that you could spend your time buying off exchanges, but would you? With mining, you get a supercomputer, etc. So that's the hobby part. But that's because you've chosen not to buy it on an exchange. Also, with hobby mining, you get a far deeper understanding of new protocols and how the networks operate than buying off exchanges. That's true, Max. But, and I kind of touched upon this earlier, that one of the best things that I did in 2018 was mine, because it did give me a better understanding of how everything works, of how pools work, of how, what projects are looking for as far as hash rates, all that kind of thing. But once you have that understanding of networks and once you understand how it all works, what's the benefit of continually, mining at a loss? I mean, I always mined, I enjoyed my mining experience, but once you understand how it works, once you know how everything works, where's the incentive to continually mine? Now, and you know, I think, unless any of you guys are YouTubers, I think I'm one of the only people that actually has a valid reason to continually mine, because I can justify running at a loss to say, well, I'm going to be doing videos about it, I'm going to be doing hobby videos for people about it. Even in my position, I'm like, you know, it's hard to justify it. How many GPUs have you got, Colt? Just out of curiosity, because you know, one of the it's funny because I had a lot of discussions back in August, September about it, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you're crazy, you're crazy." And then I was like, "How many GPUs have you got?" And at the very end of the discussion, they would say, "Oh, I've only got one." And I'm like, "Well, why are you arguing? I've got 30 GPUs," and they're like, "Oh, all right, yeah, that makes sense." Some people, like kids, can mine to get coins because they have no means to make payment, but for everyone else. At what price do you think it's worth mining Bitcoin in the UK? $6,000 up. I actually did a little video about this the other day, about the infographic. It showed you the price of mining Bitcoin. And in the UK, it was $8,500 to mine one Bitcoin. So in theory, you shouldn't switch on a miner. You know, go back to what I said in that video. The difficulty changes, the cost changes and all that. But unless you're getting super electricity, you know, super low electricity costs, probably you shouldn't be mining Bitcoin until it's like $10,000, maybe even higher. I do, but just to clarify, I do appreciate people want to continue mining as a hobby, and I can see the benefit of doing that. Just having something running in the background, even if it only costs you $15 a month, and you can, you know, get involved in different projects and you're involved in the community and all that. I do understand that. It's when you get, you know, to hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, that kind of thing, it becomes very difficult to justify going on like that in that position, in that situation. Joseph, it's always interesting how the people talking about mining at a loss normally have one GPU on free electricity. They aren't running 3,000 watt plus operations. Yeah, that's really what mine's was, 3,000 watts, more or less. And that was optimized. That was me, you know, dropping my 1060s down to 60 watts. I had my 1080 Ti's down to about 150, 160 watts. Wow, Cole's got 25 GPUs, one BCU 525, two Z9 minis. Where are you again, Cole? You're in the USA, aren't you? You must be getting good electricity if you're still mining with that. Multi Travel's got 4 miners, 1 running. Oh, he's got 4 acorns as well, Cole. Winter is late this year. It is winter. I mean, I've found in the house as well, I've been putting on my heating maybe from like 12 o'clock to like 8, 9 o'clock during the day, but so far in the UK, it hasn't been so cold that you have to have the heating on all the time. I don't actually have the heating on just now. I turned it off about an hour ago because I know I'm going out. Mr. Bald, I'm investing in government, only a couple of million coins with very low price. Sorry, I read that as government. GVT, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. I'm not aware. I'm not familiar with the project. It's hard to keep up with all the different projects being launched. It always has been. But Green Bay, Wisconsin. Ah, nice. Colson making a murderer, lad. Yeah, I watched like 20 minutes of the new series. I've not started watching. I watched the first series, but I've not watched the second series. Genesis Vision. I've not heard of that. Not heard of that project. No. God, it's only a few days before Christmas. I hope you're all sorted, guys. I hope you've all planned ahead for this. So I'm going to be tying up soon because I need to go and get showered and get ready. I'm going to be lazy and just be scruffy, but yeah, I need to get ready. I'll try and do a live stream. Excuse me. I'll try and do a live stream tomorrow or Monday, hopefully. Another reason I've not been doing videos a lot is because I've had the cold. If I talk for extended periods of times. My throat gets sore and then I get dehydrated and all that. But I've missed doing a few live streams. 94 degrees, wow. What do you think of the new HMRC tax paper? I've not seen that, Sun King. What did it say? Does it mention cryptocurrency and how they're going to handle it? Nolla's still got a few things to buy for Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cole. Merry Christmas, everyone. What's crazy is 1080 Ti's are still expensive. What's good for me, I've still got one I want to sell. But the thing is, if you actually look at a 1080 Ti next to a 1080 Ti next to a 2080, the 2080 I think is 220 watts power draw. And I think it beats the 1080 Ti in certain areas, but I think the 1080 Ti has still got more CUDA cores. So for, you know, like video editing apps and things like that, I think the 1080 Ti might still be better, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's maybe the case. Yeah, but I'll need to check actually what the price of 1080 Ti's are now as far as second hand goes. If I can't sell mine, I'm tempted to maybe just put it in my main PC, but because it's switched off most of the time, it feels like a waste. Policy paper crypto. I can't check that just now because I'm on the phone. I'm streaming through the phone and I'm ready to log off. But what does it say about it then, as far as tax? Policy paper crypto assets for individuals. Max, exactly. I got a 1080 just because it would work better with mining software. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Max. Yeah, because you can use like the ETH pill and all that. I don't think anything like that has been developed for the 20 series. Has it? I don't think it has. Unless there's been an update. I don't know if there's been an update. I think just because less people have been mining with the newer cards. I think, yeah, because less people have been mining with the new cards has maybe not been software optimized for it yet. I haven't checked that out though. I haven't checked out that tax paper. Unfortunately. Right guys, unfortunately I have to call it quits like that. I need to get showered. Need to get myself ready. Head out. No, this thing, the GPU mining is nearing end of days. It's hard to disagree with it in the current climate with that. Bitcoin's up over $4,000, eh? Yes! Get excited. Thanks for watching guys, I do appreciate it. It was a kind of last minute decision to just put on my phone and start streaming. I'll try and do a proper live stream soon. Merry Christmas everyone. Thanks you for that. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. Am I watching Warrington and Frampton? Well, I'm going to a dinner thing tonight, and hopefully I'll catch some of the Warrington and Frampton fight and the Gisora fight as well. I'd be in the house watching it if I wasn't going out, but I've got 2 different nights out to go to tonight, but I'm hoping it's going to be in the background. My friend's birthday tonight, it's his 40th, he's having it in his house. He is a huge boxing fan, so he will probably have it on somewhere, but I don't know if he'll be there in time for it. That's the problem. So thanks everyone, have a great Christmas, but I'll probably do a video before Christmas. I'll try and do a live stream before that. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the new year with crypto and all that. But until then, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments as always. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll try and do a video tomorrow or Monday. I'll do a live stream or something. No, you're welcome, Max. You're welcome, everyone. I do appreciate all the comments. It's been good catching up. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll speak to you all very soon. So from me and my silly mobile phone, it's time to log out. Cheers, guys.